In this video, I'm going to give you two tips when it comes to creating labels within ObservePoint. So the first place is where to actually create the label. You can do this in a few places, but one, you can come down here to settings and go to labels. You have a list of all of the labels within your account, and you can create new labels in the top right, and all you do is give it a name and hit save, and that label is created. You can also edit your labels from here by hitting the three ellipses and changing whatever label you already have created. But tip number one comes in whenever you're actually creating the audit because you have an opportunity to create the label at the same time as that audit. So I'm going to come over here to audits and journeys and come to create a new audit. You give it a name, the folder and subfolder that you're putting this audit within, and then you can add label right here. Let's say that this label is going to be called dog. I can create a new label, and now that label is created. And as soon as I save this audit, then I'm going to have that label within that list of labels on the last screen that you just saw. I'm actually going to be using John's projects as an example here in a second, so just keep that one in mind. But here is another bonus tip, is you can have multiple labels within an audit, and those labels are attached to that audit, and it'll filter as needed. So tip number one is create the labels within the audit. Bonus tip is you can have multiple labels within the same audit. Once you have those audits attached, those labels attached to the audits, you can see them here by this little pill shape, and it has the labels attached to the audit. Then I can come up here to filter, go down to label, and we can go to John's projects, and it's going to filter to every audit that has that label attached. You can also do that within reports. If I go to this critical report, filter. I'm just going to search label because we have a lot of flexibility and options with that with reports. Come to audit settings and labels, and then I can choose whatever label it is. We're working with John's projects label. I'll apply that, and that'll filter all the way down to any audits that has that label attached. Super easy and a really great way to stay organized. So tip number one is create the labels whenever you're creating the audits. Bonus tip is that you can have multiple labels within an audit. And tip number two is that you can filter reports and or audits by filtering to the label filter. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next video.